everyone, I wanted to show you another way that you can create a frequency table, a histogram from a frequency table, excuse me, in Excel. So ideally, if you can, I would recommend downloading that analysis tool pack that we mentioned before. It's nice too because it will allow you later on to do some calculations pretty quick for statistics. So like I said, I do recommend it if you can, but if you can't download it, there is another way that you can still do your histograms in Excel if you're interested. So what I have here, and I just made this data up, is I have my class midpoints and my frequencies listed in two different columns. So I just typed in my labels and then I did my class midpoints and my class frequencies ahead of time, right? So I would have done this on paper first, and then I just inputted my values here. So what you can do is you can select your cells first. So I'm just gonna click a cell. I'm gonna hold my mouse down or my touchpad and drag it so that I end up selecting all cells that have data in them. So my class midpoints and my frequencies. And then I can go up here to insert. And over here, I see all these different charts. Now, it's kind of weird. I actually recommend clicking recommended charts first. When I click the histogram, I have a lot of trouble actually using this histogram feature right here. So I tend to recommend clicking recommended charts, and then they'll kind of give you some options. And then click the one that looks most like a regular vertical bar graph. So I'm going to click this one here. And then I'm going to click OK. And you'll see that it will draw that bar graph for me. Now we do have some tweaking to do. Again, notice that the first column represents your x-axis and the second column represents your y-axis, so it'll always be the case. You could also use the class boundary points here. I just like using the class midpoints in this case. So whatever you want on your x-axis goes in the first column, and then whatever you want on your y-axis, so your heights will go in the second column. And now we do have some tweaking to do. So up top, if you don't see it right away, you will see a tab that says chart design if you click the chart first. So make sure you're on chart design. And then up top here, there's going to be one on the left that says quick layout. And if you click that, then you can select one that looks like a histogram with the bars all touching. So I'm going to go ahead and click there. Now I just have some tweaking to do. So what you can do is click into your chart. So where it says axis title, I'm just going to call this class midpoints here because I don't really have specific data what my class midpoints represent in this case. But if you had specific data for what these represented, you would write that there. And then for my class title here, I'm going to write frequency. For my axis title, excuse me. And then for my chart title, again, if I had a title, so if I knew what this data was, I could name it something like that. I'm just going to put histogram example in this case because I don't have a regular title. But whatever you have for your title, if you knew a topic that you were doing, then you could put that title there. Now, the last thing I'm going to recommend doing is it's kind of hard to see the different bars. So I'm going to put borders around my bars. So I'm going to click onto the bars and you can see they kind of get highlighted. And then over here on the right, I want to select that I have a border. I'm going to click solid line. Now, when you let go, you may see your lines, you may not. If you don't see your lines, you may have to change your colors. So I have solid line clicked, and then notice here I can change my color. So I have orange selected for my line, but maybe I could change it to yellow instead. Now it's a little bit easier to see those bars. If you have it selected as the same color as your graph, then it's going to be really hard to see. So click solid line and make sure you change the color so that you actually can see the borders around your bars. So here I'm using yellow, but again, you can kind of play around a little bit and tweak them. All right, so again, you can practice playing around with the different settings. I like to do some sort of solid line, or this is on automatic, but a border around my bars. It makes it a little bit easier to see. And then again, you can also kind of play around here. So I notice my highest is 8 and my lowest value is 1. So you can see that we're going by ones over here. But you can also kind of change the scaling by dragging and making your histogram tighter. So here now I'm counting by 2s, Or again, if I pull it longer, you can see it gives me a little bit more space. Now I'm counting by ones. So I suggest, just kind of get in here and try a few things and play around with the different features and colors. Again, up here, I can change the colors. So pick something different. Right? And just kind of play around and see what I like.